Happy Tuesday, friends. Happy Tuesday. Angela here, helping you live a life that is fueled by faith. Maybe I should sing a little louder. Faith. So, like literally to empower you to faith it till you make it so that you can achieve every single one of your dreams. Every single one of them. It wasn't by accident that you were given those dreams. It was for a purpose. It's because that unique design that you carry that the enemy tries to distract and tear you down. Now, I had every intention of hopping on in here today and sharing with you some action steps for success. So, stay tuned for that tomorrow. But God had a different plan for today. I love when God drops a truth into my spirit or just a word into my spirit. It was this morning. Hey, Melinda. It was this morning. It was a continuation of a song that I heard last night that reminded me of this truth. Peace trumps chaos every single time. Now, y'all are going to have to bear with me today because I've already been a crying mess. I hopped on a call today and I was crying with them because this is so raw and real. Okay, so I'm all emotional. And no, it's not that time of the month. All right, so let me give you a little bit of backstory. Over 7.5 years ago, we were in the hospital room with our Gabby girl, who at the time was just 1 month old. She was an infant. When we got the news that she had to be airlifted to Children's Hospital, every question came up. Why? We didn't understand what was going on. Can I fly with her? All we wanted to do was make our baby healthy. We made all the plans to have the girls taken care of. Our staff at Pinule took care of them until my mother-in-law could drive up from Texas and watch them. This is such a hard story to tell. So back to the question of being able to fly with my baby. I was told by the nursing staff that they don't usually let parents fly with the patient in the helicopter. Okay, so that's red flag number one. Okay, so we get to pray in because there's this question, it's being weighed like, they usually don't, but in my mind, I'm thinking, but my God is bigger than this helicopter situation. Well, that night, it just so happened that the helicopter was out of commission. And they sent an airplane which had an extra seat for me. So if you love situations where God rules and he comes and he intervenes and he just shows himself so wonderful, I want you to hit that heart button. I want you to show me some love. So I just say it to that one situation, yay, God. Take that, devil. Hate the devil. Oh, but the devil wasn't done. You see, hello, T. You see, as we were in the air en route to Children's Hospital, that voice of chaos and fear, the enemy, began his work of whispering to me. Okay, so we were able to fly. The airplane came and they loaded my child up in this huge incubator thing with wires and all the things attached to her. And it was heart-wrenching to see my child like that. So we're up in the air en route to Children's Hospital. And that voice of chaos and fear began to work and begin to whisper to me. What if this plane goes down right now and you both die? Y'all, that is the very truth. And at that moment, that this fear, gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. That moment I mean, that second that fear rose up, that we could crash and be dead, and Kevin and the girls lose both of us that very day, the Lord showed me an angel holding up the wing of the plane. And I know that sounds totally crazy. I'm not making this up. I promise. I can remember it like it was yesterday, how beautiful that angel was. Trust me, God will show you incredible things if you ask. Okay. If that wasn't enough proof that the for the enemy, that peace, God's perfect peace trumps chaos that the enemy tries to stir up all day, every day, then here's another example. Kevin, who literally speeds the whole way to Children's Hospital, arrives before us, 3-hour drive, y'all. He arrives before the airplane gets there. He also left an hour before the airplane got there, but that's regardless. And is told what floor Gabby's going to be on. Okay. And he's sitting there in the waiting area. Okay. A gentleman who works at the hospital is sitting in there taking a break. And then all of a sudden, the lights in the hospital go out. The lights in a children's hospital that has backup lights for emergency goes out. Are you hearing me? Are you catching what happened? Have you ever been in a storm and the lights go out? What do you feel? What's the first response? I mean, it's pitch black, it's dark, okay? You know, fear, right? The lights later come back on, and the worker gets up with a shocked look and says, "Oh, that never happens," and he leaves. So during our whole stay at Children's Hospital, we played this one song by Rick Pino the entire time. We would have nurses, doctors come in and comment on how peaceful the room was. Y'all, we knew where our peace came from. Through each and every single day, we saw God shine mightily, and his peace cover us through her blood transfusion and being released 3 days later. Now, why did I tell you a story and cry on a Facebook Live? Still crying. Because I believe there are friends out there that are in the midst of chaos, complete and utter chaos. And you need to know right here, right now, that God's peace will triumph over your chaos. God's peace will trump anything the enemy throws your way. I want you to be encouraged in that. I'm going to leave you with one scripture. It talks about in the Bible God's peace, okay? The peace that surpasses all of our understanding. So when God's peace floods in, we may not understand it. Our minds may not be capable of understanding, but know this, that it will come at the very perfect time. Just trust him. And in the midst of that chaos, I'm just glancing at the comments. I get sidetracked, but I can think of the time when Jesus spoke to the storm, when he spoke to that storm. And if you invite him, he will speak to that storm, that chaos that is happening right now in your life. So I get on here and cry because I want to share a truth with you, and I want that truth to be anchored and and I want you to be so unmovable that God's peace, his perfect peace, will trump, will triumph, will be victorious, will go before you every single time that the enemy tries to raise his ugly head of chaos and fear and destruction. God's peace will triumph. All right. I poured it all out. I'm going to just look through some comments really quick. T, yeah, he sends peace and hope when we need it. He absolutely does. Oh, you said you've seen many things. So have I. Yeah, some people just wouldn't believe the things that I've seen happen. Just wouldn't believe it. He is the Prince of Peace, Melinda. He is the peacekeeper. He is the peace giver. That's right. Oh, oh gosh, T, how incredible. In that time of trauma. Yes, how incredible. God is moving in our lives. God is our peace, and He wants nothing more than to pour out His peace on those He loves the most. Do you know that's you? All right, that's all I have for y'all today. If you're just hopping on now, you hopped on at the end, but in just a few minutes, the replay will be available that you can watch it come back. This is a message that needs to be heard. I hope you'll have a very, very blessed Tuesday, and I'll be back tomorrow. And I'm going to share those steps to success with you because it will encourage you. So I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. I'll give you the warning. Talk to you soon. Bye.